Hey guys, it's Kellina. Welcome back to Casa Kellina. On this week's video, we are going to be decorating my parents' Christmas tree, and we're actually going to Hobby Lobby right now to get some new stuff for their tree. And I figured I'd take you guys along, show you guys tips and tricks on how to decorate your tree at home. And yeah, let's get going. So when you're shopping for new tree decorations, there's a few must-haves to keep in mind. You'll need lighting, ribbon, the thicker the better, picks, and buy a bunch, ornaments of all different sizes, and whatever accessories you would want, whether that's a tree topper, tree collar, or even animatronics. And take your time on this step and really play around with all the options to find what works for you. For my parents, they were looking for decor that they could put up year to year and look timeless, so we stuck with the classic red and silver. Now, in my opinion, the best lights are ones that do something. So if they twinkle, if they sparkle, whatever it is, that is what's going to really bring it. You can definitely use normal lights, but if you didn't know the trick, on normal lights in that little baggie, there's always one that has a red tip. If you put that in, your basic standard lights, they will flash or twinkle of some sort. Sometimes they flash, which is a little much, but hey, it's something, and it's cheap, and it's easy. So let's put the lights on. So now the lights are on. If you get to this point and you feel like your tree's looking really bare, hold with us, because I promise you once we get some ribbon on there, it's gonna look a lot better. Now, let's put the ribbon on. When it comes to ribbon, there's two different types of ribbon. There is this, which is more of a Poly Pro mesh ribbon. And then there's just basic ribbon. Basic ribbon's what I used on my tree at my house, on the front tree at this house. This is completely different. This is a completely different look entirely. I thought maybe we would try it on this tree. We'll see what we decide to do. This is the ribbon I'm going to be using. It's still pretty see-through, but it is normal ribbon. It says it's wired. It honestly doesn't feel it, but I definitely can see that there are wires, but it's definitely not as bendable as a normal wire one. So when it comes to starting ribbon, what you're gonna do, or what I do, is you kind of pinch the top, so it's kind of like that. And then you're gonna find a piece that's pretty high up on your tree and just kind of stick it in there and get it to kind of stay. And you kind of want that to be pretty secure, because that's gonna be the base of what all of this now goes off of. Then you're gonna find the secondary spot that you want it. Again, pinch it where you want it. Make sure that kind of does a bow shape. And then you're gonna kind of put it right in there. When it comes to ribbon, there's a ton of different ways you can do it. You can do it diagonal, you can do it up and down. As you'll see on the previous tree that we did, it went up and down. For this tree, I'm gonna try something different and do it a little diagonally, but honestly, either way is good for you. I know that there's some people who cut up different types of ribbon and do it all different ways. So just kind of have fun with it, see what you like and what looks good on your tree, and kind of go with that. This is the ribbon we almost went with. We almost went with this like scroll work, but we honestly just went with just a clear, like shimmery one. It's still the holiday time brand. We have ornaments and picks gonna go in, but this is how it looks currently. I think it's already looking so much better. I personally do ribbon on every single tree that I've ever done. You can have them at different heights, which is obviously what I've done here. It might look a little like wacky right now, but as I put the other items in, it won't look as bad. I just kind of stick them in, and then I just find the next available spot. Now, I will say, obviously, a lot of people like to put them in the bare spots, and I agree, but sometimes in the bare spots, they don't want to stay. Whereas in the tight spots, they're like, it will immediately slide in and won't move. I make those bare spots the part where the ribbon comes out of. So it will kind of hide it. Also, move branches. Like, as you can tell, I moved this branch to literally hold this, but you wouldn't notice when you're more back here. Also, another thing is, if you have this little bread ties, those are perfect to wrap around and get it to stay. I think I did that on one of these up here, and I used the bread ties. I also like to cut my ribbon so it's like that shape. This is the picks that we ended up going with. I kind of like that they had that frosted look. One tip though is, if you're buying these at Hobby Lobby, literally go to the tree aisle and start trying them out to see if you even like it, because some of them I thought I would love went over there and they looked awful. So now I'm gonna put these in this tree. The power of picks is literally so crazy, because it filled in so many gaps and honestly just brings it more to life. It makes more 3D. Definitely don't skip out on the picks, because that's what makes it. Now that the ribbon is done, we can start working on the bigger ornaments. So we're going to do the bigger ones on the bottom, and then they'll slowly get smaller as they go up, and that will make it look like it's taller and fuller on the bottom. After I've put all the ornaments on the tree based on size, I'll then go in with the novelty ornaments. For my mom's tree, she had a bunch of novelty Christian ornaments that she wanted to use that we've had since I was young. So we placed them on the tree at this step. The final step is accessories. Now that can mean the tree topper, tree collar, faux gifts around the tree, animatronics, or even ornament spinners. My favorite is animatronics, especially Mr. Christmas. He takes all of my money. They have train sets, tree climbers like this elf here, or cranes with Santa, and so much more. We found this little guy at Walmart, but you can also find him at Cracker Barrel or online. I think animatronics really bring the Christmas magic into your tree and is definitely worth the investment. But most importantly, make your tree you. Make it something that you love and are proud of. I hope these tips helped you along your way of setting up your Christmas tree. And make sure to tag a pic of your tree on KASAKELLINA on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you join us next week on KASAKELLINA. Hit the notification bell and subscribe for notifications on when I post. And most of all, have an amazing week and stay safe. Love ya!